Have you noticed something strange? You can still walk for 30 minutes. You can still carry the groceries. But the moment you stand on one leg to put on your shoes, your body suddenly starts negotiating. One little wobble, then another. Before you know it, you're reaching for the nearest wall like it's an old friend. Here's the surprising part. Balance doesn't usually disappear because you're getting older. It often disappears because a tiny system in your body slowly stops being challenged. The good news? It can start waking up again in just a few minutes a day. And one of the 3 exercises in today's video looks so unbelievably simple that most people skip it. Ironically, it's often the one physical therapists wish people over 50 would do every single day. Here's something I genuinely love about the balance system. It isn't powered by one muscle or one joint. It's more like an orchestra. Your feet, ankles, hips, eyes, and even your inner ear are constantly talking to each other. When one section gets a little quiet, the whole performance becomes, well, a bit wobbly. Let's start with the smallest movement on this list. It also happens to be the one your future self will probably thank you for the most. Exercise 1, the single leg stand. This exercise looks almost too easy, which is exactly why so many people underestimate it. Standing on one leg teaches your brain and muscles to communicate faster. Tiny, stabilizing muscles around your foot, ankle, and hip switch on, making constant little corrections before you even notice yourself wobbling. Think of it as updating your body's balance software. Stand beside a sturdy chair or kitchen counter. Lift one foot just an inch or two off the floor, and hold the position for 15 to 30 seconds. Then, switch sides. If you're just getting started, keep one finger resting on the counter. That's not cheating, it's training with confidence. Once you can comfortably hold the position for 30 seconds, try using just one fingertip for support. Eventually, remove your hand altogether. Keep your belly button gently pulled toward your spine. Breathe normally, and avoid locking your standing knee. Here's something funny. Most of us can spend 20 minutes deciding what to watch on television. Yet 30 seconds standing on one leg suddenly feels like an Olympic event. The payoff isn't just better balance. Putting on trousers, stepping into the shower, or climbing onto a curb starts feeling natural again instead of becoming a carefully planned operation. But balance isn't only about standing still. Life has an annoying habit of making us move, which brings us to the next exercise. Exercise 2, the heel-to-toe walk. If you've ever walked across an icy driveway, a gravel path, or even a crowded room carrying 2 cups of coffee, you've already experienced why this movement matters. Balance isn't tested when everything is perfect. It's tested when your body has to make dozens of tiny adjustments without asking your permission first. The heel-to-toe walk trains exactly that. Place one foot directly in front of the other, so the heel gently touches the toes of the foot behind it. Walk slowly for 8 to 10 steps, then turn around and repeat. Go at a pace that feels controlled, not cautious. If you're new to the exercise, practice beside a wall or countertop so support is always within reach. Once it feels comfortable, slow your steps even more, or carry a light object while walking. Funny enough, walking slower is often harder. Your balance can't rely on momentum anymore. It actually has to do the work. Keep your posture tall, your core softly engaged, and let your breathing stay relaxed. Here's something medicine didn't fully appreciate for years. We treated balance like a simple strength problem. It isn't. Your brain is constantly predicting where you're going next and preparing your muscles before your foot even lands. That's why practicing controlled movement can be so surprisingly effective. After a couple of weeks, uneven pavements, garden paths, and busy sidewalks often feel a little less intimidating. But we still haven't answered the biggest question. If your ankles and feet are doing their job, what muscle higher up the body quietly determines whether your balance holds, or your knee drifts, and your body starts reaching for that nearby wall? That's the muscle we'll wake up in the final exercise. Exercise 3, the side leg raise. So, what was the hidden muscle? The one quietly deciding whether your body stays steady or starts wobbling. It's called the glute medius. Don't worry about remembering the name. Just remember what it does. It sits on the side of your hip, and every time you stand on one leg, step off a curb, or change direction while walking, it's working behind the scenes to keep your pelvis level and your knee where it belongs. When it's strong, balance feels almost automatic. When it becomes weak, your body starts recruiting help from everywhere else, usually a little too late. This is the part I genuinely find fascinating. Your glute medius is a bit like the backstage crew at a theater. Nobody applauds them because nobody sees them. But the moment they stop doing their job, the whole performance starts falling apart. Human movement is wonderfully dramatic like that. To train it, stand beside a sturdy chair or countertop for support. Slowly lift one leg out to the side without leaning your body. Keep your toes pointing forward rather than turning them toward the ceiling. Pause for a second, then slowly lower your leg. The slower you move, the more your hip has to stabilize. If you're just starting, lift the leg only a few inches. That's perfectly enough. If you're ready for more, add a resistance band around your ankles, or pause for 3 seconds at the top of each repetition. Keep your belly button gently pulled toward your spine. Breathe normally, and focus on staying tall rather than lifting the leg as high as possible. Nobody wins a prize for kicking the highest. This isn't martial arts. It's balance. And balance prefers precision over enthusiasm. Here's another comparison that surprises people. Many adults spend years walking longer distances to improve stability. Walking is wonderful. Keep doing it. But walking mostly repeats a movement your body already knows. This exercise asks your hip to solve a problem it rarely gets challenged with anymore. That's why it often fills a gap that walking alone doesn't. For women, stronger hip stability can make everyday movements like climbing stairs, gardening, or carrying shopping bags feel noticeably steadier. For men, it often means better control, quicker reactions, and more confidence during activities that require sudden changes in direction, whether that's working in the yard or playing with the grandchildren. And here's something worth remembering. Balance isn't about becoming impossible to knock over. It's about giving your body enough time to catch itself before a stumble becomes a fall. One of the nicest things about the balance system is that it likes being challenged, gently, consistently, and without punishment. You don't have to leave these exercises exhausted. In fact, if you're wobbling so much that you're losing control or feeling sharp pain, you've probably gone a little beyond what today's workout was asking for. Your body usually learns best when it feels safe enough to explore.